The way these indie brands are bringing single eyeshadows are just leaving me right in my feels, I tell ya. In today's video, I am going to be comparing Devinah Cosmetics and Electrum Cosmetics, and I am going to do a showdown, let you know which one I like better. Is one better than the other? Tune to the end of the video to find out my thoughts on this and which one I think is better. In today's video, I am going to swatch all of my Devinah Cosmetics eyeshadow singles and swatch the few that I have from Electrum Cosmetics. Put these up against each other to see which one I think is better. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you have a preference between Devinah Cosmetics and Electrum Cosmetics? First up, I'm going to start with the Electrum Cosmetics side. I do have a few shades on the Electrum side that look similar to the ones on the Devinah side. So we will actually put them side by side here in a little while. Start with our Electrum side. First shade I have from Electrum Cosmetics is called Circe. This is a yellow shade. This looks like it shifts yellow to green. That's really pretty. Next up by Electrum, and probably one of my favorites, is Magic Pumpkin. I absolutely love this shade. I haven't found anything else that comes close to this one. Look at that color. Look at those shifts. It shifts from orange to green to reds to yellows. That shade just keeps on going. That is probably my most favorite shade ever. I have just recently started my obsession with indie eyeshadows. I do have a ton of singles from other brands, but I really haven't showed them much love, and I need to change that. Hi, Gemma. You like that color too. That color is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. That one's tough to beat. Here by Electrum Cosmetics, I have the shade Goldie. This is a beautiful gold shade, hence the name Goldie. I am using the Pan Puller by Devinah Cosmetics. Genius idea, by the way. The way these sparkle and shine has found its way to my heart, I'm telling ya. That one doesn't look like it really shifts all that much in person. It's just a very shiny glass-like gold color that's gorgeous. I do thoroughly love the Electrum Cosmetics formula of their sparkles. Next, I have Abana Star by Electrum. This looks like it's a similar gold tone, almost silver. Oh, look at that. Swatch it. How do they do that? This shade here is called Red Hot. And it is definitely giving fire red. Look at that. I love me a good red eyeshadow and a good red shimmer that doesn't come off too berryish. This is more of a truer red versus the berry, and I really can appreciate that. It also kind of shifts to a gold. One flaked just a little, but it easily blew right off. Lastly, on my Electrum side, I have the shade Beloved. This one is kind of a yellowy shift to reds, almost like a sunset. I thought it would pair really well with this one here. How pretty that is. Still can't get past that Magic Pumpkin shade. That one just catches my eye. They're all beautiful colors. Can Devinah Cosmetics compare? I'm gonna move over here to the Devinah Cosmetics side. You'll notice I do have some mattes from Devinah, and I don't have any mattes to compare with Electrum. So we're not gonna do any comparison, obviously, of the matte formula because I don't have any of that. However, I do have the shimmer formula, so we'll compare their shimmer formula at the end of this video, so stay with me. But let's start with their mattes at Devinah Cosmetics. This is Devinah's color called Grunge. This is a smoky gray. Love me a smoky eye look. Very soft, buttery, smooth. Pigment is great. Look at how smooth that is. It was such a smooth application. I really do like that color. Next color I have is called Elysium. And this is a taupey, brownish, purplish color. You can kind of tell I gravitate towards these smokier tones. I like the red tones, the smokier tones. This has got almost a purple hue or undertone to it. It's a gray, but with like a purpley undertone. Great for blending out purples, in my opinion. But again, so smooth. Such a smooth matte formula. That would blend so easy. Look at that. Just with your finger alone, you could blend that right out. That would buff so beautiful on the eyes. Next shade is Desma. This again is your purpley reddish brown tone. Other shades that I really super like. It's so soft. Look at that color. Something about those colors. Moving on to the color Bambi, a soft brown matte. Look how smooth these look though. Shade Bambi. This is the shade Magnus. Again, a purpley tone. Apparently I like purples and browns, those grungy, smoky colors. Next, we have the beautiful shade called Freya. This is almost like a taupey green, grungy, mustardy, poopy green. And I am living for it. Freya. Looks like baby poop. Of these type of shades when I'm doing a real grungy, greenish look and I want just a pop of one of those green goldie shimmers in there. Yes, that's what I'm going for. Everybody loves a good baby poop moment on their eyes. That color. I haven't even gotten to their shimmers yet. This is all just her smooth mattes. You can clearly tell that I've dipped more towards the Devinah side than I have Electrum. Next up is Crixus. Another mustardy type yellow, brown. Love Crixus. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Cannot wait to do some eye looks with these. Now we can start on the shimmer side of town and come on over here to Shimmer Lane and go for some Thorn shade. Yes, this color is called Thorn shade. This will match perfect with some of those grungier, mustardy brown colors. But if you notice in here, this also shifts to that green gold color. It will go perfect with some of those mustardy, baby poopy green looking colors. Oh, look how pretty that is. This beautiful shade is called Ambrosia. A gold, brown tone. Color reminds me of a penny. It's a copper penny tone. So smooth. Shade Diva. A red, another red, coppery tone. Similar to a coin. When I look at this, I see a coin. This is so soft. That shade, so soft and buttery. Oh, that one swatched. So smooth. Still have shades down here, apparently. These don't like to come off. But look at how smooth that application was. Good damn! This shade is the popular Electra. And when I seen Deandra put this up, I knew that I had to have this shade. This is a pink, sparkly goodness. It's the only way I can explain this. Shifts almost orange on camera, and from an angle, see it there, it goes shifty to orange. And if you continue to turn it, it's hard to catch on camera. It will also shift to a gold. This is such a shifty shade. It's unbelievable. Different lightings gives it a different twist. Look at that shade. We have her newer, a couple of her newer shades, and probably some of my favorites These ones are the ones that got me into Devinah Cosmetics single shadows. It was these shades here that sold me. This is called Blood and Cocoa. This reminds me of stained glass. And I absolutely love this on my eyes. Look at the shine on that shadow right there. As I said, this reminds me of a stained glass moment. I am living for this shade. These shades sold me. And these shades are the reason I keep going back for more. Blood and Cocoa. This is a brown base. And it just has a beautiful golden glow. This shade has it all. In my opinion, if you're going to buy any shadows at all from Devinah, I say start with Blood and Cocoa because that is just a wonderful shade. It will go with almost any look you put on your eye. Oh no, I just stuck my finger through it. No! Good thing that these shadows press back so easily because I just mutilated this next shade with my fingertip. God dang it, stuck my fingernail right in there. This one here is Sugared Spice. This one I purchased when I purchased Blood and Cocoa. They were probably my first two purchases from Devinah Cosmetics. And again, I repeat, these are the shades that sold me on this whole, oops, see, my bad. You know, I would have to ruin some of my most favorite ones, wouldn't I? Luckily, it pressed really easy, so I was able to press it back in. They sold me on the entire brand, and I will continue to go back because of these shades. And if I ruin them with my fingers, I will absolutely repurchase because they are that worth it. Look at that color. Sugared Spice. They are a really soft formula, so you definitely want to handle with care. But something about those soft formulas gets me in the feels. Stunning. Stunning. Mwah. Fabulous. I love Devinah Cosmetics. I want to put these two shades, Blood and Cocoa and Sugared Spice, up against some of those ones from Electrum here next. Okay, just as I thought. So this shade here from Electrum Cosmetics, Up on a Star, that is here, is pretty darn similar to the shade here of Devinah, Sugared Spice. Those two shades are almost identical. So if you already own Devinah's Shadow Spice, then you do not need Up on a Star by Electrum because those shades are pretty darn identical. Or vice versa. If you already own Electrum and Up on a Star, you will not need Devinah's Sugared Spice. Pretty identical. Formulas both went on smooth. I couldn't really say one is better than the other. I think they're pretty darn equal. Chef's kiss from both. Blood and Cocoa by Devinah against Goldie by Electrum. I don't know why I thought these might be similar, but it looks like Electrum is more gold leaning and Devinah is more silver leaning. Yeah. They both have the same brown or black base. However, Devinah's leans more silver and Electrum leans more gold. God damn. These formulas are out of this world. I am definitely getting these eyeshadows on my eyeballs. They are fabulous. If you are considering between Devinah Cosmetics or Electrum Cosmetics and you want to know, hey, which one's better? Well, honestly, I'm going to tell you that they are both superb, and I cannot pick a better one because I absolutely love them both. I do believe that Devinah Cosmetics is a little more affordable than Electrum, and just off my own personal experience, when I have ordered from Electrum Cosmetics, the shipping takes a very long time, which I understand, you know, you're making these all by yourselves. Devinah Cosmetics also, she makes them, hand presses them all by herself, but her shipping is chef's kiss. When I order from Devinah Cosmetics, I typically have my items in a week. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Shipping has been superb from Devinah Cosmetics and sketchy on Electrum. Formula-wise, they're both great. If you don't mind waiting a very long time for Electrum Cosmetics, then I highly recommend it. I've also purchased a few of these Electrum shades on Mercari just because they come a lot quicker. Devinah's shipping, processing, all of that is a heck of a lot smoother and a heck of a lot better. So if I had to choose Devinah just because of the shipping. Nothing to do with quality because I absolutely adore both. That's just my whole rundown on all of that. Devinah's shipping is just so much better. I will be doing a look here shortly with some of these shadows, comparing them on my eyes. I picked up the Devinah Cosmetics eye bases. This is the Sparkle and Shimmer base. I picked that up because I've heard great things about that. And I picked up their eye primer because I figure you can't go wrong. I want to put these on my eyes. I want to do a comparison on the eyes also. And I figure I might as well have some good bases to do that in. That was my humble opinion and comparisons on the showdown of Devinah Cosmetics and Electrum Cosmetics. What do you guys think? Drop it in the comment section down below. Which do you prefer? Or do you also like both and can't really say which one's better because they're both so darn bon appetit. If you love makeup, you know exactly what I mean when I say that. Like and subscribe to my channel, and we are going to do some more indie swatch parties of some of the other indie eyeshadows that I own. Yes, spoiler alert, I own a ton, and we will be doing a swatch party of all of those. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy makeup and you enjoy swatches and you enjoy just all over talking makeup, beauty, fun, fashion. Subscribe. All right, bye guys. Thank you so much.